Hello and welcome to the 2024 Northern Illinois Open. This is the course preview for Shady Oaks in Streamwood, Illinois. We'll be going over the layouts being used for both pools, which are the same tees to red baskets for both pools, as well as any out of bounds and drop zones. Please note there may be some faint orange lines or red paint that is not in play for this event. Please utilize this video as well as the PDGA digital scorecard for accurate out of bounds, and please ask me for any questions you may have. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Hole 1 at Shady Oaks is a par 3. We are playing to the long basket location, 345 feet. The out of bounds on hole 1 is in or over the creek to the right hand side, or on or over the path long of the basket. Just to note, for Shady Oaks, we are playing to all red baskets for both pools. Hole 2 is a par 3 at 260 feet, but it is very tricky. The OB is on or over the sidewalk, on or over the bridge, under the bridge as marked by a painted line to continue that bridge or path line, over the fence long, and then of course completely surrounded by the creek. Normal OB rules apply on all OB shots on hole 2. Hole 3 is a par 3 at 275 feet, but it is playing as an island hole. The island will be the path basically surrounding the entire green, as I will point out here as the drone approaches it. The island is marked with a painted line all the way around from front to right to back, and then the left side OB will be the creek. All OB tee shots proceed to the drop zone, short and left of the green. All normal OB rules apply to all subsequent OB shots. Hole 4 at Shady Oaks is a par 4 playing at 510 feet. The OB on hole 4 will be completely surrounded by creek, on or over the path on the right side as marked by the painted line, because the path does get a little choppy at times here at Shady Oaks. Additional OB on hole 4 will be underneath the bridge, similarly to hole 2, to continue the path line, and over the fence on the left hand side of the green. Hole number 5 is a par 3. We're playing to the short basket location on hole number 5. It's 225 feet, and the OB will be on or over the path to the right and over the fence to the left. The red has been moved to the short. As far as hole 5 is concerned, you are teeing from out of bounds, so if your tee shot never crosses inbounds on that right side, you do re-tee with a stroke penalty. Hole number 6 is a par 3 at 275 feet to an elevated basket. Hole 6 is similar to hole 5 in the sense that you are teeing from out of bounds. If your tee shot does not cross inbounds on that left-hand side, you are re-teeing with a stroke penalty. The tall grass that you see on the right side has been mowed back a little bit more than the video will show now, but that is playing as out of bounds as well, marked by a painted line and flags. On and over the path to the left is OB as well. Hole 7 is a par 3 at 345 feet. The OB will include the right side tall grass as marked by paint and flags, as well as the left side on and over path. Hole 8 is a par 4 measuring in at 500 feet. The tall grass right in front of the tee pad is out of bounds, and the path that runs horizontal through the fairway, starting there, going through the tall grass to the other side of the creek, that tall grass between there and the path is all out of bounds. This extends from fence to fence and wraps around the path all the way on the right side. There's an optional drop zone for any OB tee shots. Over the fence is also out of bounds. Hole number 9 is a par 3 at 330 feet. This hole is safe until you get to the mouth right here at this gap. You cross the creek and the inbound starts again at the other side of the path, similarly to hole 8. On and over the path to the left is out of bounds once you reach the basket side of the fairway. Tall grass on the right side is also out of bounds. Hole number 10 is teeing from out of bounds, so if your tee shot never crosses over to the right of the path, please re-tee with a stroke penalty. On and over the path to the left is out of bounds, as well as the tall grass to the right side. We are playing to the long basket location for both pools, par 4, 540 feet. The out of bounds begins at this horizontal path before the wall of trees as you enter the green of hole 10 long. This does become an island green where if your approach goes out of bounds, there is a drop zone at the beginning of the bridge that you will proceed to with a stroke penalty. All normal OB rules apply to all subsequent shots after you visit the drop zone. Hopefully you don't have to though. Hole 11 is a 360-foot par 3. Teeing from the cattails, it has dried up much more that you see in the video, and the cattails will have been cut quite a bit to create somewhat of a line and a fairway for everybody in the event. Again, this is a 360-foot par 3. The out of bounds is the tall grass and the path surrounding the basket. Another hole where you tee from out of bounds, and there is a drop zone for any tee shots that never make it inbounds, or it is an optional drop zone for any out of bounds tee shots, period, if you do cross inbounds. Hole 12 is a very tricky par 3 coming in at about 375 feet. The only OB to speak of here on hole number 12 is that tall grass lining the left side of the fairway. This is marked with paint and flags. Please do not spend a ton of time looking for discs in the tall grass if you do happen to throw one in there. There's a lot of stinging nettles. You will thank me later by not going in there, and we will find your disc hopefully by the time the event is over. Hole 13 is playing to the long location at a 275-foot par 3 approximately. The OB on hole number 13 is on and over the path which lines the left side and then continues along the long side horizontally of the basket. Don't throw any shots over the road, Greg. Hole 14 is a par 3, 275 feet, playing to the short pin location. The only OB to speak of on hole number 14 is on or over the path to the left, as well as on or over the path to the right. During this beautiful flight, this is a good time to thank our presenting sponsor of the event, Birdbrain Disc Golf Club. Thank you very much for everything that you guys have done with the event as far as putting the event on, as well as getting the courses ready for the event. Hole number 15 is a 750-foot par 4. You're teeing from out of bounds. If your tee shot never crosses inbounds, there's a drop zone that you will take your next shot from with penalty. The tall grass and woods line on the left side is out of bounds, as well as the tall grass on the right side in between 15 and 6. The OB on the left side ends at the end of the wood line. Any tall grass, casual water, and path around the basket is not out of bounds. In and over the creek long of the basket is out of bounds. Hole 16 is a par 3 measuring at about 365 feet. We're playing to the short basket location, which is behind the gigantic tree. The out of bounds on hole number 16 will be in and over the creek to the left, over the fence to the right, inside of 17's island, and the property line long of the basket. Hole number 17, the famous island hole. This is marked by parking blocks. The cement itself is not in bounds. The cement itself, I repeat, is not in bounds. You must be touching inside the wood chips to be in bounds on hole number 17. Any shots, period, that come to rest outside of the island are played as hazard rules. Play from where it lies with a stroke penalty. No relief is granted from the hazard, so if you are right up against the blocks, you must play it from there. OB includes over the fence, so if you do happen to go over the fence, take it from where you went out of bounds with only one penalty stroke. Hole number 18 to finish off the round at Shady Oaks is a 370-foot par 3. In and over the creek to the right will be out of bounds, as well as on and over the path to the left as marked by paint. Please be aware of any groups walking up from hole 3 to hole 4 so that we do not have any accidental disc hitting. Thank you for your cooperation with that. I know I gave a lot to you right there. A lot of out of bounds at Shady Oaks. All the details are in the digital scorecard. Thank you so much for playing the Northern Illinois Open. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. I really am thankful that you're playing this event, and I hope you have a wonderful time.